Hello again everyone, Edwin Learnard back once again. Well, in this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about something that I didn't really want to have to talk about, but I guess I'm somewhat compelled to do it now. Based on a recent video that was made, it was made by what I thought was presumably my former hater, but apparently he still hates me, and I believe these other astrologers as well, these other prolific YouTube astrologers or what have you. John Paul DeCoco has made a recent video, and it's about some kind of deep state intrusion and something with the FBI. He's claiming that the FBI has recently interrogated him and given him this inquisition or what have you. And now he feels because of this, assuming this did happen, that other YouTube astrologers, they need to be scrutinized. Their social media accounts need to be on this high alert or what have you. And the thing about this is, I thought we were at a truce, me and him, even though it may have been unwritten and unsaid. I haven't done anything to this person. Ever since we had some, a battle some of you may have known about that had lasted a little bit. He had done one video where he included me in the video, not calling me by name, but he referred to me as like the motel man or something because I was doing videos out of a hotel room. And I had made a response video to that, and I thought everything was basically on an even keel at that point, but apparently, no, that's what I get for thinking. He recently made a video which he lists various YouTube astrologers, including myself. He says my name in it. He shows my YouTube account on it. And he says that we all need to be under this investigation by the FBI because he's basically what his argument is, his contention as to why this has to be is because the FBI he's claiming had investigated him. So because of this, we all need to be under some scrutiny and investigation. And I believe his words were something like, for possible incendiary language, other things, predictions that could have some kind of serious consequences to others, and other miscellaneous issues. He didn't elaborate on that. He just said other miscellaneous issues. So who really knows what these are? It's really hard for me to really respond to this. I'm a little bit perplexed. Like I said, I thought everything was on an even keel with me and him, but again, apparently it isn't. I don't know if this story he made was just fabricated just as an excuse to make a negative, derogatory video on other prominent YouTube astrologers or what have you. But I thought everything was okay. Again, I thought we were at a truce, but it seems like this is just, this could very well just be an attempt to start some kind of war in some kind of something, say incendiary, just an excuse to say some inflammatory things about astrologers and to stir things up, so to speak. Now, the thing about this is, this obviously is something that was very surprising to me, and not to keep being redundant what I'm saying, I don't understand why this really had to be done and why it came to this. He said in the video too that these are, I'm going to think of something about every astrologer I could think of. I don't remember if he said it in a post that he had on his page or did he in the video, but I know it was stated something to the effect that these were all the astrologers he could think of. Well, he named, for one thing, he may have named, let's say, approximately 15 astrologers maybe, and there's a lot more than 15 astrologers around. So this is obviously, to me, these are astrologers he named which he has animosity toward. He included the Leo King in it, he included the Peace Stealer, and these are all, the ones, best of my knowledge, at least most of the ones I saw, I do know he had some riff or had some animosity toward, and there was some battles with these people. Now, I think This is an attempt, I believe, to vilify these astrologers so he can, again, he wants to be that last man standing, so to speak. He's trying to find an excuse, again, to denigrate these astrologers. Any of these, and any of the other astrologers that were mentioned in this video, I would really suggest that you can, I mean, this is like, I believe, cyberbullying. This is a form of, I mean, at least in my opinion, that is some kind of online harassment. And this is the kind of things we really don't need in our astrology community. I mean, this person obviously, he still has some animosity. He has a vendetta against us astrologers, the ones that he's had problems with in the past. As far as, I mean, like I said, I don't know if the FBI even came into his domain, and even if it even came to his home, if this was just fabricated just as an excuse to make a derogatory video about us astrologers out there, just an excuse to just try to defame us or what have you, or maybe say something, put us in a negative light, if you will. So, I mean, these are the things, and this is going to be, I mean, I will report this. This is something that, if I haven't already done so, because this is just not right. I mean, John, he knows my email. He can write me if he wants to have some kind of reconciliation or truce. I believe in a previous video I had offered to do that, but I did not hear from him regarding this. And I think, I mean, just we should have, I mean, astrology should be about love and light, and it shouldn't be about hatred and malice and just finding excuses to say inflammatory things, or even if it's not inflammatory, an excuse to try to bring astrologers down, whether you're saying something derogatory or not. The fact that he's making a video and putting us astrologers in that video in the way he did, that we should be under investigation. He claims now that he gave these astrologers, he made this list, I guess he compiled, of these astrologers, YouTube astrologers, and he gave them to the FBI, and they're all going to be under this investigation. Now, really, do you really think it's going to come to that they're actually going to do that? I mean, we're doing, us astrologers out there, we're doing our videos, and I can't speak for all the astrologers out there, but at least most astrologers are not making hate videos, or they're not making anything threatening in the videos. They may make their predictions. Some can come true, some may not, but you're not getting really inflammatory statements in these videos. And it's nothing that the FBI is really going to be able to do anything anyway, even if they were going to investigate something like this. It seems like the whole thing to me really sounds ludicrous and preposterous, to be honest with you, that this would even happen. It makes me wonder if these statements are credible or not. And the thing about it is, this is not a video I'm doing designed to bash John Paulo de Coco. This is just something where where I want to just speak out for me and the other astrologers that are mentioned in this, that this is just completely not right. I mean, John has his odd way of showing his fairness in this, because what he's basically stating is, he's saying he's justified making this video because he claims he was under some investigation by the FBI. So he's saying, well, all these other astrologers have to as well. Now, again, I know he didn't name every astrologer he could think of, because if you're naming, say, roughly 15 astrologers, and you're talking about, I mean, there's so many more astrologers than that in the world, it's not even funny. So there's obviously, these are astrologers that came to his mind that he has had issues with in the past. I mean, being an adult, I thought this issue with him and I had dissipated. I thought this was water under the bridge, and that we could all move forward and proceed forward. I would hate to have to find some way, if possible, to take legal action on this, but if it comes down to it, I'm not going to have any compunction or hesitation regarding this. I mean, if there is anything I could do legally, is what I'm saying. I don't know that 100%, but at the same time, I mean, I would really hope that he would remove that video up, as far as about us astrologers and putting us claiming that we need to be under this investigation. Our social media accounts need to be on high alert. I mean, this is just very petty. This is not something that you really, to me, that really should be permitted in this astrological community. I mean, we should all just, try to get along if that's possible, but with him, maybe that's just something that's not attainable at this point. And making derisive videos regarding other prominent astrologers is certainly not a way to build up your credibility in the community. And Jen, you are welcome to write me. You have my email. I even saw you made you had put my email on one of your posts one time. You were suggesting that people should write me in regards to getting my natal chart information. I mean, how beautiful, how very kind to do that. And you know what? That's pretty much all I got to say on the matter. And anyway, people, this concludes this YouTube astrological segment, and stay tuned next time where I'm going to be continuing my May 2019 monthly horoscope forecast for the zodiac signs. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.